Hey Jeremy, how's it going?
Not so great.
We had about 10 minutes of good conversation before we realized that the commentary wasn't recording. But hey, welcome to Luigi's apartment. Now that you're here, my name's Brian.
I'm Jeremy.
This is my bummed out friend Jeremy. But hey, you know what? We're still gonna get to play Mario.
Yeah.
I figured in honor of the Nintendo Mini coming out very soon that, hey, why don't we go ahead and, play some old Mario games?
I'm always down for some Mario.
Reason we are not playing on my NES is my NES is dead now, sadly.
This is, when you're going to play Super Mario Brothers, this is the best version.
It is pretty awesome. Yeah, my NES died the day I moved into this house and set up my game room, so...
So we were initially racing. Let's just take it easy this time.
You think you want to take it easy?
Because
okay.
I think we were having some good conversation, but then whenever we got distracted on something, that's when, isn't it right here?
Just above the,
there it is.
The background moves in this one, so it's hard to tell.
I can always remember it in the original.
Yeah, we were doing this little thing where I thought we'd mix it up and try and race through the level and see who had the faster time, but okay, well, let's have a little fun though.
Because you were what?
I was gonna say in the Game Boy Color Mario, there's a Yoshi egg hidden back there.
I've never played that one. I've always wanted to play the DX one.
That I spent an ungodly amount of time with that game. For someone who played Mario and mastered it as a child on the NES, the idea of having a portable Mario was fantastic to me, and man, I could pull off some crazy moves in that game. That's how I played it everywhere I went. I got way better than I ever had been as a kid. And that game has achievements. So there is a skill mode where you have to find 5 red coins hidden in the level, a Yoshi egg hidden somewhere, and also try and beat a high score for all of them. So oh man, I just played that game over and over and over and over and got every single thing in the game. That was actually how I beat Lost Levels for the first time.
Lost Levels is on that too?
Lost Levels is hidden in there once you beat the game through both times on easy mode and hard mode.
Because I beat Lost Levels in this collection.
Yeah.
Which, oh my god.
As a kid, I did not get what they wanted me to do.
Yeah.
I think I got to the 4th castle and didn't realize that I was... because it's got those where you have to go the right way, and if you go down the wrong path in the castle, it's like, nope, let's try it again.
Right. Basically what they do with the last castle of the original game.
Right.
They just throw that in the middle of it.
Although that's a little bit... Oh, yeah. That's a little bit more of you gotta go down the right pipes and stuff. There was never... I think maybe the 7th castle had a thing where you had to... take the middle upper. You had to take the middle, upper, and lower paths through it, or something like that.
Yeah.
That was basically the second half of the game in Lost Levels. Lost Levels is ridiculously hard
because I just hated the one levels where you literally start by falling, and you have to be holding right as soon as the level starts.
Yeah. And if you jump in the wrong spot, you hit the ceiling and you are dead.
Yeah.
It is fun once you know what you're doing and if you are well-versed in Mario. I was asking you, what's the first time you remember playing Mario Brothers?
I remember getting Mario, and I remember never beating Mario when I was little.
Yeah.
Could never do it. And it always seemed like it was the longest game ever. Just because of how hard it was for a 5-6-year-old to play. It's funny when you were asking about that stuff, though, because I started to have some other memories come back to me of a babysitter that I had, that they had an NES, and I would play around with that. They had... Some of the games they had the Where's Waldo game
Son of a bitch. The Where's Waldo game?
which sucks.
I remember that. You actually have to find Waldo.
Yeah, and
In like still frames.
of like 6 colors.
Yeah.
That it's like the system couldn't even actually put out a proper red. So you could. It was almost impossible to see them. I saw one recently with it was the guys that do the Angry Video Game Nerd, their channel.
Yeah.
They were playing through it recently.
Do they still do stuff?
They do just like real simple play stuff. They don't do the aggressive,
Just
crazy
saying the
stuff.
same mad things over and over again.
Yeah, it's like the people that like worked on it mostly that do a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
I can't remember the guy's name. He's occasionally in it, like half of them that are on there. But I also remember there was this RPG that I don't know if it was a Dragon Warrior game or Dragon Quest game or something like that. But it started off where like a king dies at the beginning of it. And I remember I could never figure out what it was. You know, fuck turn-based RPGs for a 5-year-old to figure that shit out.
I had to be a little bit older before I finally started playing those.
But I just remember always watching the beginning of that and like crying at like how sad it was that like the king died and it was like a funeral for him. And that's because I could never figure out anything else from the game like to do anything. But I remember always starting and seeing that beginning and always just crying about how sad it was.
That's sad.
And I wish I could find that game, like if it was one of the Dragon Quest or Dragon Warrior games, but or whatever. There weren't a lot of those kind of RPGs on NES. I could even be just forgetting on what actually happened. That even as a little kid, I just thought that a king died.
Yeah,
but it was something else. But it had like sad music to go with it and everything. It was all that
and
fun
then
stuff.
Each character in the room had to say something about it because that's how Japan does. Oh, that was
was terrible.
Oh. Wow, I look like a fucking scrub right now.
Yeah, you're alright.
Remember when I raced through this level and did it really fast? And I didn't get hit by anything and I ducked under all the fireballs? Oh, that was so cool.
I don't remember that. Damn it! Karma!
Tell the truth! You must tell the truth! I'm amazing. Oh, hey, there are checkpoints. That's right. Oh, man. Yeah, I had a babysitter as well. I mean, I also owe a lot of my love for video games to my... God damn it! to my Aunt Steffi, who basically taught me how to play video games and was the one who mandated that I not stand close to the TV during Duck Hunt because that's not how we do things here.
Skill!
That was pretty
awesome. Fail!
But yeah, I had a babysitter that taught me, showed me all the tricks in Mario, the hidden stuff. She was the one who I watched actually beat the game for the first time and saw just the crazy labyrinth that Nintendo expected me to go through if I wanted to finish the final level, which was amazing to a 5-year-old.
Yeah. God, I'm getting all these memories of my past babysitters and the video games that they had. There's always some connection to that.
Oh, come on. All right,
I remember
fuck up this time.
I remember one babysitter I had that her kid had a Genesis and he had the Sega Channel. Did you ever see
really?
Sega Channel?
See, I never experienced that, but I had a friend who would come to high school with a cup of coffee in a thermos that was his old Sega Channel promotional hot cup, if you will.
But yeah, it's like this kid's mom, I don't know, she made a lot of money babysitting us, I guess. And well, there were a lot of kids that she babysat. It was like one of those big things where we all just hung out in a basement.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. Like there was stuff, like they had a big backyard with like stuff for us to play in. It wasn't like chained up in a basement. It sounds so bad.
You all go down there. Tommy, the delivery boy, is coming by soon.
But every once in a while, they would, I was one of the oldest ones there, and I got along with her youngest son, and he would invite me up there to play video games. So I'd play a lot of Genesis stuff, and they had Sega Channel, and I remember just being like blown away by it.
Just the idea. These are coming on. We're on the phone?
Yeah. And it was, I just remember it being so, I mean, looking back at it now, just shitty. Because it was literally like you only had a few games that you could play in a certain time. Like you had seasons of games that were available. But it was still just the idea at the time. It was so cool.
Well, it's almost like games with gold now, where you've got 2 games you get to play for this month or whatever, but you don't get to keep them.
Yeah, you never got to keep the stuff. It was all
over the probably not even 56K modem.
Yeah, it was weird because that was in a time where you didn't have game saves, so that wasn't even a thought for those kind of games.
Game saves were just starting to be like a thing, batteries in the pack. Tried to do the hold down jump on top of him, getting spoiled by Mario Maker.
I also remember another babysitter that I had that her son was a little bit older than me, and I didn't get along with him, but she let me play his Sega Genesis, and he had Sonic 2.
Ooh.
And I was only ever allowed to play when he wasn't there. So it was
that's
just
lame.
weird.
Then you could have been Tails.
No, I mean, that's all you, man. I'm always about player 1.
Well, I mean, but you could work together when someone's Tails and someone's Sonic and dick around. I don't know.
I always just prefer doing it single player on there.
All right.
But I remember I actually beat it, and it was in one day that I was there that I spent the entire 5-6 hours we were there just playing Sonic 2, and ended up beating it.
Not a bad day or way to waste a day.
And I remember talking to her son about that, and it's like he said like he couldn't get past like the third world. What the fuck? I got distracted.
And he never let you play again.
No, I mean he was fine with it.
What, you beat my game? God, you can't touch my shit.
It wasn't like he didn't like me or anything like that. It was just, I don't know, he didn't want to associate with his mom's clients or whatever. However you want to phrase that. Man, you got some skill moves going there. I'm just getting lucky being able to jump over shit. You're doing dodges.
I'm saying, man, when I was playing this every day on the Game Boy Advance, like some of those 7-1 levels where there's bullet bills everywhere, like I was in my bus seat, like on my seat in the bus, just every now and then going like, whoa! I just did that, like duck jumping between bullet bills and shit. Like, oh man, I got pro level at this game, and that is a really dumb thing to say, but
yeah.
Man, I do love me some Mario. I think I was saying as I remembered that we hadn't turned on the audio commentary for this.
Is it on here this time?
It is definitely on.
Triple check that shit.
Let me turn it on and off. So. But yeah, I think I said during our Mario Run podcast over on Just Another Video Game podcast, available on iTunes.
Yes.
And wherever other...
Give us a review.
Yeah. Wherever other fine...
That was so fucking close.
But I think I'd like to think of myself as Zelda being my favorite game and being a huge Zelda head. And I am, but I think I've come to realize that Mario is my one true love.
Yeah, that's... When you say that, it's like I think about it. Of the two of us, you're definitely not, because I mean, I've got Zelda tattoos. My fucking wedding ring is a Zelda wedding ring.
I don't have any tattoos though, so that's not a fair comparison.
Sure,
and I'm not married, so that's not a fair comparison.
I guess the comparison is I love Skyward Sword.
I haven't beaten Skyward Sword.
Oh, see, there you go. See, that's it.
I kept running out of batteries. I had every intention of beating it.
I remember I got that game when Skyward Sword came out. There was a bundle that you could get with a gold Zelda Wii remote.
I wanted that so bad. I wanted it so bad.
I had it pre-ordered at GameStop, but then GameStop decided they weren't going to do a midnight release. So I went and bought it at the Meijer near there.
At
but
midnight?
They didn't have, at midnight, but they didn't have the special edition one. So I was like, God damn it, so I'm not going to be able to get that. I ended up finding a used one not too long after that, but the speaker's busted as fuck on it. And something's weird with it. So I have one
But
of
it's
those
still
controllers,
pretty.
but it's broken. Oh, yeah. I will still force myself to use that thing, even though it's the least accurate of my Wii remotes.
I had to talk myself out of buying the re-release sweet black and gold Zelda 3DS after I already had a 3DS. And I wasn't going to sell my 3DS to buy it because I don't sell my shit. I was going to buy a second DS that I did not need because I really wanted that fucking awesome Zelda.
That's the Link Between Worlds one that you're talking about?
Is it? It's either that or it's the
I have the Majora's Mask one.
Okay.
That was the new Nintendo 3DS XL.
Okay.
That's where I could justify that, was upgrading to the new version.
Okay. Yeah, no, this was it may have been I don't think it was a Link Between Worlds one.
It was the Triforce one,
but
right?
yeah, it was all Triforced out. And
that
black,
was
lettering.
I think it was. If it was black and gold, that was the Link Between Worlds.
Okay. That's such a fucking good game.
Oh yeah, I love that.
I love Link Between Worlds.
I thought I was gonna hate it because just hearing stuff about it, where it was just like the whole idea where you pick your own items and you can go about it however you want. I was
And
just
if
like,
you
that sounds
don't,
fucking
if you rent them, then and you die, the repo bird comes and gets them from you.
Yeah, that whole thing. I was just like, fuck that.
No, that ended up being perfect. I think if you get there's an ice wand or a fire wand, I can't remember which one it is, but that really helps you out a lot if you have that with you on a couple of those dungeons. But other than that, yeah, no, you can just do whatever the hell you want in that game.
So I need to get this recorded somewhere. I have a theory on the Switch Mario.
Okay.
I meant to bring it up on our podcast, but
I just passed you, by the way, so.
Oh, okay.
So I'm king shit of Turd Mountain right now.
They
They always get you like that. The Cheep Cheep's always like, right when you're about to jump, and go, nope.
So in the short little clip that we saw of the new Mario game for Switch.
Oh, I didn't just pass you. Never mind, I'm about to.
Yeah, you're on the one I'm at right now. Are you, or is this a different one?
No.
No, this is a different one. You're on two, I think. Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah,
there are not two Cheep levels in a row on this.
Oh yeah, because that's where I just was.
Tits and ass.
But my theory is that you will be able to switch between two worlds. I say that because it has the Mexican Day of the Dead theme.
Uh-huh.
And there are two games that I can think of that, God damn it, that follow that theme. And that is Grim Fandango and Guacamelee.
Okay.
In Grim Fandango, you don't switch in between the two worlds, but there are two worlds, and you stay in the world of the dead, and it mirrors the world of the living. In Guacamelee, you actually do switch in between the worlds. And I believe that is what we're going to see, is that you're going to switch in between those, and there's going to be like platforms that will appear in one and won't appear in the other, and back and forth.
Okay.
I just had that came to my
okay.
That came to mind looking at a lot of that stuff, and that's just where my head went, and I was like, I think that's it. I think that's what it's going to be.
And what about the ice in the background?
I don't think it's ice. I think it's just like clear mountain thing that when you switch between worlds, it turns into a solid thing.
Okay.
And then there's other stuff. And I'm just picturing, because if you look at the town, it's like sunny town, but you see a moon. And I can imagine you switch to the dead world and it's like dark, but there's a big sun.
Okay.
Seeing that kind of thing. And you could, everything will look like Dry Bones characters as like skeletons and all that stuff. Similar to what you get from the Day of the Dead motif.
Well, yeah, because there's got to be, I've been trying to think of what the, I don't want to call it a gimmick, but like what is going to be the, I gotta play and think at the same time.
Yeah, that's what's fun. What's the catch? What's the hook?
Well, yeah, what is going to be, because we can't go back to just Mario 64.
Yeah,
like something's got to be crazy about this game. and I've been trying to you can't think of it like you didn't think of Mario Galaxy until they showed you Mario Galaxy.
Exactly.